Hey everybody, this is Jay reporting from the Phoenix Forum, and we are continuing on with the YNOT Interview Executive Series. The YNOT Executive Interview Series. And of course, none of this would be complete if I didn't have my esteemed cohort, friend, and a guy who's had my back more times than I care to count, Brad Mitchell, the owner and founder of MojoHost. And it's awesome to have you with us today, Brad.
Thank you, Jay. I'm excited to be here.
And thank you for taking a chance with us because this is new and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So essentially, you're obviously known as one of the, if not the most premier premium hosting companies in the entertainment industry. You've shared a lot of goodwill over the years. You've done a lot of sponsorships, support. Many people are hosting with you. Why don't you tell us, because you've been around for a number of years. I think you've been in the hosting space for, maybe 10, 12 years or something like that?
A little bit more than that, since 2002.
Okay, so 15 years now. Tell us how you've seen things change over the years and, with people's business models and why someone, obviously people would love doing business with Brad Mitchell like we do at YNOT, so I speak from experience. But kind of tell us where things are at, I guess, in this phase of the industry and how people can work with you.
Thank you, Jay. Well, these are certainly interesting times as I feel like I've grown up in this business. When I started, it was really back in 1999, and before we had MojoHost, I was hosting other customers on some other servers that I had in the data center. So really, these days, companies have more pressure than ever to be, effective with their dollars, and they have to watch what they spend and be more creative in terms of reinventing their business to stay relevant.
Okay, yeah.
So, over the years, the model for advertising and has changed quite a bit. These days, we have a lot more activity with large ad networks that aggregate traffic and to monetize on different ad zones on websites, which is very different than when we began 17 years ago, where all of the revenue models were really affiliate based.
Right. And plus you had a lot of free sites out there as well that, you really had to monitor a lot of that stuff to see what kind of stuff they were putting up, because people were putting up sites and then taking them down almost as quick as they were putting them up, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah, we've really watched an evolution over the years. I remember in the old days it was, thumbnail gallery posts.
Sure.
And then when people started posting videos online, I remember going to conferences and they were debating putting 10 and 15-second clips up because they thought that was too rich.
Too much.
The argument then was, why would someone ever buy? And, today, of course, it's a very different landscape. You can find virtually everything online for free, which means that those who have survived really have had to find some special creativity to make things work and find creative ways to stand out from the pack.
Well, sure. I mean, you're also talking to a guy here that back in the 80s, I would watch the premium channels, but they would all be scrambled because my family wasn't paying for it, so I could hear what was going on and I could imagine what was going on while I was playing with myself. So if I can get by on that, 15-second clips, 5-minute clips, you know what? Get me a JCPenney magazine from when I was in junior high school.
Yeah, I remember the Sears catalog.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So anyway, here we are at the Phoenix Forum. What do you hope to accomplish today? Are you still out there really hunting for hosting accounts? Or are you more or less just nurturing all the people that you're currently working with? I mean, what do you hope to achieve here? Because you go to so many shows like me.
Sure. So it's always our goal to give great customer service. So, it stands to reason that at every conference I go to, I'm looking to find my customers that are there so that I can thank them for their business, but also see how their business is changing and what we can do to support them better, we're always looking for new customers. So I like to think we've collected an amazing group of clients at MojoHost, and I'm so thankful for that. But continually on the hunt, with the challenges in this economy, really since, especially going back to, I would say 2008, 2009, when tube sites came into popularity.
Right.
The business model has changed quite a bit.
Big
so,
time.
One of the challenges we have, I guess getting sort of real and going a little bit deeper is, for us to stay relevant and financially healthy, we have to sell, 5,000-6,000 a month in monthly recurring new revenue, just to stay at the same top line numbers, because that's about how much business disappears every month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a churn.
So there's quite a bit of churn. I think, when I look back on our client list for this 15 years, there's we've got about 600 active adult companies that we host. When I look at those that are inactive, the list now tops about 1,000.
Oh, sure.
When I look at things, I consider that while we have a different set of challenges today, it's not all too different than it was really at any other point in time. It seems like there's a shift in people. Every 4 to 5 years, we're seeing a group of faces and that are here that are new, and a group of faces that are gone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But those of us, we still persevere all these years because we love it.
We're stubborn.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you know what? This interview's been like way too serious for me. I mean, Brad is like one of the funniest, fun guys. And maybe, why don't we just take off our clothes? Should we start doing that? You okay with that?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. We need you.
Not today, boys, not today.
Yeah.
Not today. Okay. So anyway.
So fun. How about fun stories? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do some really crazy things at the conferences. I started off as a very shy person. Had difficult time meeting people, and one of the things that I used to do a long time ago to break the ice was just sort of randomly buy free drinks for people.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. I remember at a CyberNet Expo in San Francisco years ago. Our sponsorship for the bar got cut off at that point, and Brad is just like, oh, no, I'll pay for the drinks going on here on out. And it was just like, sweet. Okay. So, yeah, Brad saves the day once again. He's done that many, many times. Okay, so we need to end this. Let's end this on a fun, high note. I'm going to give you 5 opportunities here. You have to pick one on how you want to end this interview. You can either shake, hug, kiss, slap, or spank me. What do you choose? I was not expecting that.
Thanks for being a good sport, Jay.